Seriously? Christmas Day?
I mean, like the one day, and then they throw it on Netflix.
Well, I guess we can always chill at your house.
Whoa, dude.
Oh my god, we did it!
I don't want to hear it from a guy whose half his fan base is Swifties. Broncos country, let's cry.
Back to the Super Bowl.
Why'd they put the trash cans next to the Cowboys helmet?
You could take it and shove it up your...
Peace!
What I really need to be hearing from you, though, is thank you.
Good afternoon, football fans, and welcome to another episode of the Trajan Sportcast. I am your host, professional wrestler, and Kansas City Chiefs fanatic, Christian Temple, joined alongside, as always, by my good friend, the terrible towel-twirling Trajan. How are we doing this fine day, sir, besides still being pissed on the NFL screwing us over once again?
I know. I thought I was finally going to take you to the beautiful city of Pittsburgh, the jewel of Appalachia. And, no, it has to be on Christmas, like the one day we can't go.
Absolutely. But I guess they kind of tried to make up for it, too, since they announced that the draft is going to be in Pittsburgh, right?
Which we will be there.
We might be able to make that work. We better make that work. All right. So yes, the last time you all saw us, it was the draft recap video we did. Wasn't really more of a recap. I guess it was more of a live reaction we did. We reacted to our respective first round draft picks. But yes, today we will be going over the rest of the draft picks for our respective teams, as well as our schedule releases that just came out here this past week. So I guess without further ado, let's get right into it, starting with the Chiefs draft order. As we mentioned, we did a live react of me reacting to Xavier Worthy, wide receiver from Texas, the receiver that set the new record for the fastest 40-yard dash in the combine this year. Pretty excited about that. Even more excited by the fact that we traded with the Bills of all teams. That usually works out pretty good for us to get this draft picked. So super excited to see what he'll bring to the receiving core that will most likely be without Rashee Rice probably for at least half the season. It sounds like that's what it'll be. But regarding other draft picks here too, excited about getting a tackle in the second round. Kingsley Suamataia from BYU. Also got talented tight end Jared Wiley from TCU. You know, could see that being the Kelsey successor, but at the same time could just be, you know, number 2, number 3 option. Seeing that as Blake Bell most likely will not be rejoining the team. We also got Jaden Hicks, safety position, always happy for secondary help alongside Kamal Hayden. We did pick up a center from Penn State, that is Hunter Norzad, Kamal Hayden cornerback, and the first ever draft pick from the College of Holy Cross. From the 7th round pick, we got C.J. Hansen, a guard from Holy Cross, which, hey, you know what? I'll never complain about depth at the O-line position, so I think all in all, a pretty solid draft for the Chiefs this year as they look to go for the elusive three-peat.
I got one word for you. Bust.
Which one here? Hold on.
All of them.
All of them. I knew it. All of them.
Except for the Holy Cross guy, because that's fun.
Right? He'll be the first draft pick from there, and then the first Hall of Famer from Holy Cross, right?
There you go.
There we go. That would be pretty sweet. So, all right. Well, you had a lot of things to be excited about with your draft too. So, without further ado, let's flip on over to the Pittsburgh Steelers. And I know you were really excited about the tackle that you got in the first round.
Yeah. No. So we actually got a Steelers fan, and a Steelers fan that was actually just talking shit on Twitter back in the day against the Ravens fans, and so it made me a little happy to see that. So we got Troy Fontenot, however you say his name. I'm sure by the end of the season I'll be able to say it.
I'm sure people had trouble pronouncing Troy Polamalu too when he first got drafted. So
I'm excited. If we could get, I mean, we don't need Russell Wilson throwing every play. So if we could have a very good offensive line with our run 1-2 hit there, should be good. Then on the second round, we doubled down. We went Zach Frazier Center. So we got center help. Our center was a very weak spot last year. Hopefully he could be someone that can produce. Every report says that we drafted him in the right spot. What that exactly means, you never know. But then we did a wide receiver, so we usually find second, third round gold. We got Roman Wilson. A lot of speed. There's some question marks with injury there. And then we go to Peyton Wilson. Another thing, some injury concerns there, but he was projected to be a high round if that wasn't the case.
The linebacker, yep.
I went back to guard. Got Logan Lee, defensive end, and then got defensive back and Ryan Watts. So overall, everything I've seen, we've had a solid draft. I graded it on one, I think it was NFL Network, an A at the time. You never know. We'll see. But yeah. I'm excited. I'm excited for them, too. I mean, you get a chance to be in the NFL, and you're going to the Pittsburgh Steelers.
You know, you got to be pretty hopeful with the 84th pick. You got a wide receiver, right?
Yeah. Four's a great number.
as long as you keep those hits away from the head, it usually turns out pretty good.
Gosh, yeah. No more hits to the head for our receivers.
Exactly. So, alrighty. So yes, that is our breakdown of our individual draft picks for the Chiefs and Steelers. It was a lot of fun getting the chance to react to the first round live. It was pretty neat, and it'll be really cool considering we were at the draft last year in Kansas City. We go to get a chance a couple of years to go to Pittsburgh to go see another draft. I mean, that was what I thought was a once in a lifetime experience, and it was so much fun. I definitely want to do it again.
Yeah, no, you got to redeem yourself with the kick challenge.
You think they'll have it? Think they'll have it there? They better have it there, right?
For your sake, they better.
They better.
Hold it down, though.
Yeah, exactly. Alrighty, so now on to the schedule reviews here too, as it was released here this past week, and boy, oh boy. There are a lot of fun matchups to look at, a lot of good primetime games to look at least on the Kansas City side of things. How about the first 2 weeks? You got the home opener, the banner ceremony against the team that, let's be honest, a lot of people thought was going to take care of business against Kansas City. They seemed prepped, they seemed ready, they were set to go, and now they're going to, and then, until they forgot how to run the ball, and Lamar went into a shell. But yes, the Baltimore Ravens coming to Kansas City, trying to do what the Lions did last year and spoil the party, spoil the Super Bowl festivities. I'm excited for this one. This is going to be a huge matchup, and honestly, I'm kind of glad it's at the beginning of the season.
Can I, as an AFC North fan, root for a team from the AFC North twice in a row?
Well, you kind of have to, because the very is the Cincinnati Bengals, and I know exactly why they did it in week 2, is because they realized Joe Burrow probably won't make it till week 15 again. But yep, a 325 matchup at Arrowhead. Like you talk about just out the chute, running the gauntlet with a couple really good teams, playoff caliber teams. Going to be a lot of fun, and hey, I like an early test.
Yep. No, it's definitely going to be an early test, and we share a lot of the same opponents this year. Have you noticed that?
Yes.
That's pretty crazy.
Our destinies are entwined. AFC Championship game, Steelers Chiefs, baby.
We get a very clear comparison of our teams this year.
And on the bright side, at least that one won't be on Christmas, so.
Yeah, that's true.
Yep. Alrighty, blaze through a few of these here too. We got our first road game at the Atlanta Falcons, taking on Kirk Cousins. I didn't want to pull a Falcons owner and forget Kirk Cousins existed. Then we've got the LA Chargers back at SoFi Stadium. New Orleans Saints Monday night matchup. Pat Mahomes versus Derek Carr again, rematch. Going into the bye week. So, a pretty strong start. It would be amazing if we went 5-0 going into the bye week, but man, that Baltimore and that Cincinnati matchup, something probably will happen. Or watch, we beat those two games and then we somehow lose to the Falcons or Saints.
We're 2-4.
2-4, man. We lose the bye week too. All right, and then we go back on the road for 2 straight weeks. We got the San Francisco 49ers Super Bowl rematch at Levi's, excuse me. Then we go back to Vegas at the site of where we beat the 49ers, Allegiant Stadium at the Super Bowl Arena against the Las Vegas Raiders. It's good that they got to experience a Super Bowl even though their team wasn't involved. Then we've got the Tampa Bay Buccaneers at home, followed by the Denver Broncos with Zach Wilson at the helm.
You don't think it's going to be Bo Nix?
I was going to say, at that point, I imagine by week 4, they're going to be so tired of seeing Zach Wilson, they're just going to throw Bo Nix out there, sink or swim. It's going to be a Kenny Pickett all over again, probably.
I don't even think that Zach Wilson's going to start the season.
Really? I'm hearing they might try to get Zach Wilson just to do the whole Alex Smith, Pat Mahomes deal again. But then again, Zach Wilson is no Alex Smith.
No, he's not a coach. I mean, he's not. Yeah.
All right.
Pass on.
Well, moving on now. Get the Buffalo Bills at Buffalo, followed by the Carolina Panthers, a noon game in Carolina. Then we got 2 straight home games against the AFC West rivals. We got the Las Vegas Raiders on Amazon Prime. Whoopee. Then we've got the Los Angeles Chargers at home on NBC. Then, oh boy, then the Gauntlet. This is the true Gauntlet right here. 3 games in 10 days. We got home Houston Texans, or excuse me, on the road Cleveland Browns. 5 days later, at home Houston Texans, and then Christmas Day on the road at Pittsburgh for the Netflix special. And then, of course, we end the season either on my birthday or the day after the birthday at the Denver Broncos. So, oh boy. Of course, I say we have a Gauntlet there. When we get to your schedule, oh boy. You've got your work cut out for you for sure.
We'll show you what a Gauntlet really is.
So obviously this episode we're not going to be predicting wins and losses yet. We'll save that for closer to when preseason's about to start. But yeah, this is going to be a heck of a season. I can see between the November and early December games, Kansas City going on a run right there. Like I said, the first couple weeks and those last three or four weeks, those are going to be the very interesting ones, especially going into playoff time. So,
yeah, you're a solid 8-win team this year. So,
hey, we upgraded. We were used to be 6-11, but now we're moving up, baby. 8-9. We're hitting Jeff Fisher numbers.
Yep. I'm generous today.
Absolutely. All right. Well, what you got on the Steelers side of things?
Well, like I said, we do have a lot of the same opponents, except we have a tougher division than you. So we have a Gauntlet. So the first part of the season is where we need to really make it count. We start out with Atlanta. That should favor us. Historically, we play Atlanta very strong.
Arthur Smith,
That's
baby.
Also Cousins' first game with the Falcons. Arthur Smith coming home. So there should be a little bit of feud there. This next game is the one I'm looking forward to. Possibly.
Shall we spoil why? Maybe.
I think we should.
All right.
I think we're going to this game. We live in Kansas. Denver's just an 8-hour drive. Why not? They ruined Christmas for us, so let's do this.
We're gonna make it count somehow too. We're getting that content, baby, somehow, some way.
Some way.
And it's gonna be weird as me being an impartial viewer here too. I'll be sitting there with my Avs jersey or something like that too, and everyone will be like, "What is he doing here? He's at a football game, not hockey."
You know, it'd be really fun. To just get content. Speaking of that, go to the Tank Bowl of the year. the one that's like the $10 ticket throwaway game, and we just fly out, take the red eye, and go to that game.
May have to do that sometime. You know what? That might actually be a great idea.
Well, so Denver is going to be exciting. Obviously, Russell Wilson coming back. I mean, he really hasn't talked any crap about this old team, but Sean Payton just can't stop talking about it. So I will definitely be interested to see if he takes it out on him. Chargers.
Whew.
them. They could
Man.
be red at that point, or they could just be finding themselves.
I'm thinking back to that 2018 game. Oh man.
They were robbed, falls apart, everyone stops, and they get a touchdown out of it. Yeah, I remember it.
Yep. The two Steelers players running into each other and popping it up in the air right into Keenan Allen's hands. The missed field goal at the end, but jump off sides.
We're talking about 2024. Indy. Somehow we always play Indy. Another one that I thought we were kind of robbed on last year, but yeah. And then Dallas. That would be a fun game to go to as well.
Mm-hmm.
But that's a Sunday night game, I believe.
Until you come back to work and our boss Sean comes in and says, "How about them Cowboys?"
Yeah, we're gonna beat the Cowboys. Vegas. Could fly out to Vegas. You know.
Good, do that.
Jets. Will we be facing Aaron Rodgers with the Jets? Side pockets game. New York Giants.
Yes, Skate 3 Tommy, baby. Skate 3 Tommy.
So,
we're gonna have to have him on the week before that game. We'll have to have him on the show again.
Yeah. It's I think we're gonna steamroll him. I mean, without Barkley.
Whew.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So then we got Washington. That is our last you should win this game. We go into questionable games.
To be fair, Alex Smith isn't playing for them anymore, so you should win this game.
Exactly. Baltimore, tough, probably win. Cleveland, I mean, another one we always play tough. Could definitely win, but
Thursday
these games
night
take a lot out of you. But see this. Division game. So Cleveland, Cincy, Cleveland. Then we go to Philly. Not a division rival game, but obviously a playoff contender.
Mm-hmm.
They got better on the offseason. And historically, I think we haven't won since like the 60s or something versus them at their place.
Like the shortest road trip of any team in the NFL for you guys, and for some reason it's just
we can't do it. Then we got Baltimore, another divisional game, smack to Kansas City again for Cincinnati at the end of the year. So that, oh my gosh, from November 17th down, we are just talking about 10 games in 3 games in 10 days. We got the same thing.
You got the same thing. Yep.
Tougher opponents.
Yep.
So it's going to be... So usually the first part of the season is when we're like, oh, are we really going to be decent this year? We're probably going to have our first losing season. And then the end of the season's where we bring it on. We can't start off slow. There's no starting off slow and then getting strong.
2 brand new quarterbacks, and they need to hit immediately. Immediately. Yeah. With a new OC, by the way.
This very well is probably going to be the toughest challenge. I didn't think anything would be harder than the Kenny Pickett years. But this probably could be the toughest schedule challenge with the situation.
Mm-hmm.
Thank goodness Russell Wilson is a veteran, so he should have some experience coming into the league. Yeah, no, this schedule, the scheduler hated us. The only benefit is we do get a late season bye. That hasn't happened.
Which doesn't feel late enough, I'm sure.
No, it does not. We are going to be, gosh, I don't think I've seen a schedule with 4 division games in a row.
The closest I've seen was, I think it was last year. No, it wasn't last year. It was a couple of years ago, where it was like Broncos, Raiders, Broncos, something like that for Kansas City. But 4 in a row, that's interesting. And also the fact that like it's home, away, and then home again.
Yeah, I mean, And nothing against your division, I'm sure it's tough, but the AFC North, there's rules in place because of AFC North football. It's going to be a brawl. I don't see how we get out of that with any starter players.
Gonna see body bag gate 3.0 out there.
I mean, last man standing pretty much, and then you're going to see a corpse when we play on Christmas. I think that's why they did it. It's a big conspiracy.
Big Ben re-signs contract to join Steelers after Justin Fields goes down week 10.
Oh, gosh.
Oh, man. Well, yeah, there's a lot of exciting matchups, and oh boy, is there a lot of drama built into these some of these games here too. So, like I said, right off the bat with you guys, with the Falcons, with your OC being the former head coach, and it's gonna be a lot of fun. I wish it was September already.
Oh my gosh, no, I'm so looking forward to it. I'm even looking forward to preseason.
Exactly, football is football, right?
Just because there's so many storylines with our starting offensive line and just everything on offense.
Right, exactly. Yeah.
So many.
There's so many new faces showing up too. So many people needing to step up, and yeah, this will be a defining moment of Tomlin's career if he can pull a 9-8 season out of this one. Because I think that's what it's going to be anyway.
10 wins or floor.
Which will be hilarious if you get those 9 wins right off the bat. You're like 9-1 to start off the season, and then just bam, 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 bam.
I've been there before.
Pain is an old friend.
Oh my gosh.
All right. Well, thank you all for painfully enduring this episode. Hopefully you got some laughs out of it just like we did too. So, but yes, we will be back here probably a few weeks or so just to cover up the OTAs, the mini camps, see who we're liking, what we're not liking, any other big storylines that might happen. We'll probably talk about that too. But let us know down below what do you think favors your team's schedule, or are you pretty pissed off at the gauntlet that your team has to go through too, or are you pretty satisfied with the schedule coming out? We'd like to hear from you here down below. But on that note, thank you everybody so much for watching. Click like if you like this video. Click subscribe if you really enjoy it. Tell all of your friends. And let's keep one night at a time, one day at a time. We'll get through this offseason together, and we'll be back for football. Football, I hope, is just as excited for us getting there as we are waiting for it. So,
yeah, it can't come soon enough.
Can't come soon enough, baby. All right, this is Temple and Trajan signing off.